He doesn't seem to be listening.
Because you're just this intense,
Because
weird
he's
chick.
a lazy.
I am concerned having a new baby on the way.
Do we really have to budget if I'm buying stuff on special? I'm like so excited. I'm like, I just saved like all this money.
You had him fooled, and you even had yourself fooled.
Money, 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 money.
My name's Jacqueline, and I'm 30 years old.
I'm Grant, and I'm 36 years old.
We're huge Queen fans. We met online on the Queen International Fan Club.
We emailed back and forth for just over 3 months, and then we finally met, and then pretty much the rest is history. She became my wife.
We have one daughter together, and we have a baby on the way.
I work in human resources. Our family income is $110,000. When you get married, suddenly you throw a lot of money into this wedding, and you throw money into the honeymoon and everything else. So you come back and suddenly you've just got in this debt that you can't really get out of.
I feel like we keep having the same arguments month after month. It bugs me that he doesn't have that anxiety with when things need to be done. I'll be like, Grant, this bill needs to be paid. And he's like, oh, I forgot. It's like, shh.
She won't buy anything unless it's on sale or unless she has a coupon.
People know that I'm a coupon queen. If there's a coupon that I know I use often, I'll take about half of these. You go to a teenager who's not always all there, they won't check the expiry date.
It seems like a bit of a vicious cycle because we keep on getting new credit cards.
In the last 2 years, I've probably balance transferred 10 times. They basically do it the once, max it out, and then just pay down the interest.
What happens if we don't pay off in a certain time kind of gets me worried.
We always will joke that we're like probably the ghetto house on the street. We've flooded the house maybe 6 times. The toilet you have to kick after you flush it because there's a leak.
Housework is low on the priority list for me.
We'd rather use our money to go and travel.
I love to travel.
We've been to Paris, we've been to Switzerland, we've been to Malta. England probably 3 times.
We've never had any money to put aside for a vacation, to be honest.
When it comes down to seeing the bills and seeing the interest and everything accumulate, I'm like, what's going on?
I'm probably more scared than Jacqueline is because, you know, if we are over $20,000 in debt, we've only been 6 years into this marriage, where are we going to be, you know, when we're married for 25 years?
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. This couple thinks they're tight with money, but coupon queen Jacqueline is a shopaholic who justifies her spending. Grant's been an ostrich when it comes to their finances. I'm here to straighten out this house of cards, if I can get inside.
Yo, Vaz Oxley. Nice to meet you.
I'm Grant.
Hi, Grant. If you don't mind, the first thing I'd like to do is just drop my bag and have a quick look around. You have lots of food.
You have a lot of stuff.
Your smoke detectors aren't hooked up properly. Not a handy guy?
No, I'm not, actually.
Not a handy guy. Here we have a room that's furnished with office furniture. Tailor-made princess also. A stuffed toy. And a lion fuzzy creature. And a lion. And an Arabian princess. Jacqueline,
Yes?
you cannot for the next 4 weeks say a single word to me to justify your spending.
Okay.
We have a lot of stuff in this house. Like, not useful stuff, just stuff. This is your compulsion, okay?
I know.
Is she a little bit of a bossy socks?
She can be.
Yeah.
I feel that I'm pretty strict and bossy with where our money's gonna go.
Right.
And then I'm in a state of shock. Like, how did it get this bad?
Do you feel like she's actually in control?
You know, there's been some times when I said, how the heck did we get this far in debt?
She thinks she's doing a great job. And you know what? When we get to the next section of this, when I show you the numbers, you are just gonna freak. This may feel like the hardest part, but it's not. The hardest part is yet to come.
Oh boy.
Let's see what you did in the month of May.
Wow, I got out a lot.
You did get out a lot. And if you think you're a smart shopper because you're always using coupons, I'm here to tell you that if you can manage to blow $1,600 on trash,
Yeah, then that's crap.
Yeah.
That's what shocked me is how I was shopping that much.
can you see that you are compulsive?
Wow.
Okay, so let's see where the money's going. So this represents what you spend every month of the year. Discount department stores, that's almost $300 a month. $300 a month on restaurants. You're spending on average $500 on vacation. You are spending $2,500 each and every month for everything from clothes and gifts to entertainment. What's even more frightening, the thing that really disturbs me is I know where all this money's going. I have no idea where the almost $2,500 a month in cash is going.
100's a lot.
You shouldn't even be looking at this and going, really? Because you should know
You
this.
should know. We should.
But I'm not surprised you don't know. And here's why I'm not surprised you don't know. Are you ready? You better put your arm around him and hold him up.
We have to brace ourselves, I guess.
Here's what you owe. $53,000. That's $33,000 more than you thought it was.
I'm shocked. I'm still wondering, like, where the heck is this money going?
Do you realize that every month you are spending more than $500 in interest costs?
No.
Miss, I'm shopping with
Why?
a coupon. What do you mean, why? When you have interest rates at 20%,
Wow.
at 26%,
That much in interest?
you also do about $3,800 a month worth of balance transfers. If you're so smart about balance transfers, what are you doing paying 19.97% and 19.75% and 25.99%?
Oh, God.
You actually don't have a plan for debt repayment. What you have a plan for is moving the debt around so that nobody catches on to the fact that you're in trouble. But you've been doing such a great job of it. You had him fooled, and you even had yourself fooled. You are overspending by $4,500 every month, and if you keep this up in 5 years, you will be $570,000 in debt.
That's nuts.
You think?
So what do we have to do?
Tell me you will do anything I say so that I can dig you out of this mess. Say, I promise, Gail.
I promise, Gail.
I promise, Gail.
So over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. If you do the challenges to my satisfaction, I will give you up to $5,000 to help you deal with this debt problem. If you don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. We're going to be dealing with 3 things. We're going to be cutting your overspending. We're going to get you on a debt repayment plan that will actually work. And we are going to get you communicating with each other and working towards goals, but learning to pay for them before you buy them. Go get me your debit cards and your credit cards because they're going on holiday. Coming up, Jacqueline and Grant stop flushing money away.
Money, 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 money.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Jacqueline knows how to cut costs,
You wouldn't believe if you cut the cream. Like, you can slather your whole body.
but she spends money faster than she saves it, and her shopping is all on high-interest credit cards. So I don't care what you're saving with your coupons, girl. You aren't close to saving anything. Grant would rather take a vacation than make a trip to the hardware store.
Housework is low on the priority list for me. If it works in some form, let's just keep using it.
With more than $50,000 of consumer debt, the house isn't the only thing Grant's neglecting. That's $33,000 more than you thought it was. Now that I've shown them how deep a hole they've dug, it's time to start digging them out. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. Guess how much I'm going to cut your spending by?
A lot.
83%.
Oh, my God.
From $6,200 to $1,100 a month. You will have $100 a week for food, $87.50 for transportation, $25 a week for entertainment, $22.50 for clothing and gifts. This works out to $90 a month compared to the almost $2,500 a month you've been spending on miscellaneous consumption. And other, 30 bucks. You have to get to the end of the month before you get to the end of the money. When I put together a family's weekly budget, I take into account the family's income, their fixed expenses, including their debt repayment, and their circumstances. $265 a week sounds tight, but the pantry is overflowing and the closets are stuffed. This family won't need to buy a thing for a while. Which is when we come to the part that I love the best. The first challenge. This week's challenge is a life lesson challenge. This house is your primary asset, and you're not taking care of it. So I am sending you a Boy Scout named Brian.
Okay.
And he's going to help you fix this place up. Okay? And you, Miss Twinkle Toes, I'm sending you a body too.
Okay.
She's going to help you get this house organized. You're going to need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And Rachel's going to help you pare down this house.
Good.
So that it is a picture of efficiency.
Do you ever do anything with the cars? No, you don't. Where does this go? Which hole does this go into?
Jacqueline nags and Grant ignores, and the house is falling down around them because it's become a passive-aggressive war zone, just like the money.
Grant actually needs to take a little bit more control with the house and the property around the house.
Yeah, we call this the suicide balcony. We never let Taylor May come out, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
We want to get you to be house proud. If it's something that you think can maybe live elsewhere in the house, we can start a sort bin and a throw out bin. Start in one corner of the room and do a sweep all the way around.
This is like a dream weekend because everything that I wanted to ever get done is getting done.
Maintenance and repairs get to be quite expensive, so if you can learn to do them on your own, that would be the way to do it.
There we are.
There you are.
You got it.
One thing at a time, he'll get things done and keep the wife out of his hair, and he'll be good to go.
The place looks phenomenally different.
And we probably can't even name half the things that aren't there anymore.
Did you fight?
Yes.
A little, yeah.
What'd you
No,
fight
a
about?
lot.
What'd you fight about?
He doesn't seem to be listening. It's the same conversation every month.
You have a baby on the way. So you guys have better get your act together because things are only going to get harder. If you don't fix this, you cannot survive this. See? I knew this. Come here. Don't go away. Don't go away. Okay? I'm going to let you in on the secret now, okay? If you let some stuff go, the world will not end. Really?
If we do have a fight, part of it is, getting out of the, I'm right, you're wrong. It's just learning to work better as a team.
Are you really excited about hearing what I'm going to make you do this week?
Yes.
Remember how last week when I was here, I took away your credit cards and your debit cards? I have something to show you. For you, your credit cards are permanently on vacation. So since you can't use your credit cards anymore, unless you can come up with additional money, you cannot go on vacation. Right?
Now it's his turn to cry.
She was going to take the vacation away. I just thought, how am I going to live? To just think, I got 365 days a year and I have nothing to look forward to.
I don't care how hard you work. You can't go on a vacation you can't pay for. That's how you get into trouble. This is where your next challenge comes in. Your next challenge is a future plan challenge. We're sending you to a travel show. And at the travel show, you're going to gather information on 5 ways to save on a vacation. You're also going to say to me, this is how much we are putting aside every month towards that vacation. Coming up, will Jacqueline and Grant's credit cards be the only ones to have a holiday in the sun?
It's cheaper than those places.
And we can't and won't travel.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Grant likes to spend on vacations, but Jacqueline has her own ideas on how to manage money.
Is it buy one, get one free? No. Is it, kids eat free? No. Then why are we eating there? We feel we're so good at managing and using coupons and stuff, so how are we getting up that high?
Jacqueline thought that her coupons and her balance transfers were keeping her in the black.
You had him fooled, and you even had yourself fooled.
Their jam-packed house wasn't the only thing headed for disaster.
In 5 years, you will be $570,000 in debt.
It's nuts.
If they accomplish all of my challenges, they'll clean up the mess and earn up to $5,000 to pay down their debt. There's no more vacationing on credit, so I've sent them to a travel show to pick up some money-saving tips.
I always want to budget and say, Grant, we really don't have the funds. We shouldn't and we can't and won't travel.
I think we'll still find a way to travel. We're just going to save up for it and budget accordingly. In the past, we would have just said, let's do it.
The first 2 weeks of October, which is the last of our season, the prices drop again.
Are there any places that have no tax?
There's no places that have no tax.
How about
Much
little tax?
cheaper than those places.
We have more than 5 ways to save on vacation.
Searching on the web to make sure I get the best possible deal. Making sure we travel in the low season. Use some of the reward programs as well. We'll drive instead of fly. Making sure that if we get a last minute deal that it still fits within our budget.
You might be wondering where we're standing in the middle of a hayfield.
Yes.
It's because this is the only vacation you're going to be able to afford from now on. Do you get to have vacations?
We might be able to, put aside anywhere from $200 to $300 a month.
Do you have money left in the jars this week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
We want to keep living out of the jars.
So the jars are making a huge difference. What's the big difference in the jars?
Because you physically see it rather than on the card, you're just assuming you're some little princess that has all this money.
Oh, yeah. Communication between couples is really, really important. And you actually can't get anywhere if you can't communicate. So the next challenge you're going to do is your relationship rescue challenge. First of all, you need a stopwatch.
Okay.
Because we're going to time you. And you're going to do this
Damnation.
blindfolded.
Wow.
Coming up, can Jacqueline let Grant take the lead?
Is that good? Can you see?
Shoot, no, now I'm getting nervous.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Jacqueline is the queen of coupons. She didn't realize she was also the queen of debt.
You know all that money you're saving? What do you do with it?
Spend it.
While she was out shopping, she wanted Grant to take care of the house.
He doesn't seem to be listening. It's the same conversation every month.
Grant had to learn that he couldn't neglect the housework or his relationship.
If you don't fix this, you cannot survive this. I knew this.
Jacqueline is cracking under the strain of trying to do it all. If they complete all my challenges, they'll earn up to $5,000 to pay down their debt.
Okay, good luck. We'll do it as a team.
My final challenge will force Grant to take the lead and Jacqueline to listen.
Walk forward. Okay, now turn. Can you get through there?
You tell me.
Okay.
This is a test of trust, and I do trust Grant, so hopefully it'll work out. We won't be stuck in there forever.
I've given them a total of 15 minutes to guide each other through the maze.
Faster.
You're doing well, Jacqueline.
Ow! Can't get home. And to the left. And I made you steak and eggs. Come home.
How was the communications exercise last week? Are you stepping up to the plate a little bit more, not letting her be quite so pushy?
Well, I'm definitely doing a lot more, and I think, she can see the contributions I'm making.
Okay.
He's more aware of what's going in and out of the
Are you
accounts.
pulling back a little bit?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. Okay, so you know what? You have to keep practicing this. You have to do things together where he does the guiding and you do the following.
He set up a replica of the maze in the backyard, so...
Really?
We have no chance. Imagine.
As a couple, and financially, you've also accomplished a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I got here, you were overspending by $4,500 a month. And you were headed to $570,000 worth of debt. So this month, We stopped your crazy consuming. We got you working on planning together for your indulgences, like your holidays. And if you're actually on the same page and one isn't telling the other one what to do anymore, you're actually working through it together.
Okay.
Okay? We put some money aside in your budget for savings, $200 a month. And if you put in a retirement plan, reinvest any tax benefit you get, in 35 years you'll have $500,000.
Good.
Which you're nowhere close to know, so you should be jumping for joy, boy.
I think we're in a good position with our future just because, you know, we know what we have to do with our finances. We're not going to allow ourselves to pay interest anymore. And so with that...
On a scale of 1 to 5, how well do you think you did?
I think with the hours that we work and being pregnant, I'd say a 5 or a 6.
A 6? That's not even on my scale, girl. I really appreciate the effort you put in. Did a good job. And I think you are headed to the right place. So I have for you a check for $5,000.
Fantastic.
And you are going to do this, what with this check?
Go on a trip, just joking.
Money, 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 money.